everyone getting my screen and my voice? If anyone facing any issue, please let me know that. Okay, is it clear, everyone? Is that clear, everyone? Please respond.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. So now we discuss something about the components. Okay, each and every component. What are the components are there? Okay. So those components, how it will be, how those components are helps to the Power BI while we are creating any one report in our Power BI desktop and Power BI. Okay. Now we are going to discussing something today. Why? Because see, if I need to create any one report, okay, if I need to use any one thing, okay, if I need to create any one report, any one visual, if I need to create any one single visual, what I need exactly? Initially, what I need? Please let me know what I need.
Data.
If I need to create a visual, what I need? What I want?
Data.
Data, right? Okay.
Data.
See, but yeah, data we need. But what is Power BI? Power BI is only a tool which is data visualization tool only. It's not a data storing tool. Yes or no? Yes or no? Whatever the
Yes.
data you want, you need to get from a source. Yes or no? You need to get from source. So it means the data will be not stored. The clients, the data will not store in the Power BI. The clients will be store the data in the data source. From the data source, we need to collect the data. We need to gather the data. Whatever the required data is there, that data we need to collect from different data sources to the Power BI. Okay, now what is the data source for the Power BI? Okay, actually the Power BI can support 100 plus data sources to connect the data. Okay, now before that we need to know exactly what is the data source here. Okay, what is the data source? See, what is the sources are there is, see, actually the source means sources are nothing but nothing here. See, sources are nothing but from where we are gathering the data for the Power BI to create the visualizations. That will be called as a data source for the Power BI. Okay. See, for example, in real time, you see our real, real time experience. If I need, see, what is the source for the rivers and oceans? What is the source? What is the source for the rivers and oceans?
Rain.
Rain, right? Yes or no? So the rain is the source for the rivers and ocean. Why? Because the ocean and river is gathering the water from the rain only. Yes or no? They are, see, the rain and ocean, these both are collecting the collecting the water from rain only. So what is mean by that? The rain is source. The rain is one of the source. Yes or no? See, for example, we are driving a vehicle. What is the source for the vehicle? The fuel is source. Yes or no? So by using any one object, whatever we are working with, that will be called as a source, right? Now coming to here, what is the data source here? What is the data source? From where we are getting the data, from where we are going to gathering the data for the Power BI to create any one visualization, that will be called as a source, which is called data source. Okay, so the Power BI is very intelligent tool. Okay, so it is developed by Microsoft. So why? So this Power BI can get the data from different data sources, so it can support 99 plus data sources to get your data. See, wherever you can store your data, whether if you stored your data in Excel, any flat files, whether you can store your data in CSV, even if you stored your data in PDF, I can collect the data. That data I can get that into the Power BI as a tabular form. Okay, as a tabular form I will get it wherever it is. Okay, wherever it is, that means 100 plus data sources, it means 99 plus data sources I can connect with my Power BI to get the data, to collect the data. So actually we know that what is the SQL server. If anyone know this is a database, right? Yes or no? Microsoft SQL server, what is this? Which is used to store your data, huge amount of
Yes.
data. Clear? Now the MySQL also we know that, Oracle also we know that, PostgreSQL, Excel, Google Sheets, REST APIs. What is that? A REST APIs? Anyone know this? Anyone know this REST APIs? Hello. Okay. See the CSV files, whatever the CSV file and data mapping, these all are will use to store the data. These are all the things will be used to store the data, but these all the things are particular technologies. Okay, it's not I mean this is all the things are used to store your data. Okay, so now these are some examples for the data sources. Okay, what is the data source? From where you are getting the data, from where you collecting the data, or from where you are gathering the data into the Power BI or to the Power BI to create any one visualization. With the help of that data will be called as a data sources. Okay, so the Power BI can be support 99 plus data sources to get the data to collect your data. And in that some examples I given that Excel. Okay, Excel, CSV files, SQL Server, MySQL, Azure. Okay, if you are storing your data in a cloud, wherever it is, whatever it is, Azure or AWS, whatever it is, GCP. Okay, so Google Cloud Platform, wherever it is, you can collect the data and you can use that to create that report. So that exactly what is the data source it is. Okay, so if we need to create any one visual, if we need to create any one report, we should need one data. That data we can collect from the data source. Those data sources can support the Power BI 90 plus data sources. Is it clear? Is this clear everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to see one more thing. Okay, we are going to see one more thing. See, I'm saying that I can collect the data from the data source, okay, to the Power BI. Okay, but how it is? The data is there in another technology. Okay, we are going to collecting that. We are going to gathering that into one more technology. How it is? How it is? That is the thing we are going to see, that if we need to collect the data from any one data source to the Power BI, we need to use some connectivity modes. Okay, with the help of using some connectivity modes, we are getting the data to the Power BI. That will be called as data connectivity modes. Okay, so the connectivity modes are available in the Power BI. Okay, if you observe that here we are having some connectivity mode. So what is connectivity mode? When you are gathering the data into the Power BI, you have to collect, or you have to, sorry, you have to connect the data to the Power BI. Okay, see, I'm getting the data, it means I'm gathering the data from the data source into the Power BI. So what do you have to do? You need to connect, you need to give a connection between the Power BI and the data source. What is that? You need to be create, you have to be create a connection between the Power BI and the data source. That will be called as a connectivity mode. See, for example, you can take one example. Okay, I'm having a mobile, I need to charge it. I do have an adapter. Without having a connection between them, is it possible to charge your mobile? Is it possible to charge your mobile?
No.
No.
I'm having a mobile, I'm having adapter only. Okay, I'm plugging into the adapter, I'm plugging into the board. Is it possible to charge your mobile? So
No.
what is the source here? The electricity is my source. That electricity I need to get into my mobile. How it is? In between that adapter and my mobile, I need to give a connection. What is that? What is that?
Cable.
A data
Cable.
cable. Now, what is data cable? What is the character of data cable? It is a connectivity mode. It is the connectivity in between two objects, the connectivity between two technologies, which is data source and the Power BI. Okay, that will be, we need to know that, we need to know that what is that, the connectivity mode. Okay, so to connect the data from the data source to the Power BI, we are having three modes are available. Okay, which is import mode, direct query mode, and then live connection mode. Which is import mode, direct query mode, and then live connection mode. Okay, now what is direct query mode, what is import mode, what is live connection mode? Okay, now if you observe this screen, okay, if you observe this screen, we are having Power BI here. Okay, we are having a Power BI. Again we are having Power BI. See, I'm explaining that individually, try to understand it. Okay, we are having the Power BI. The clients are storing the data in different data sources. Okay, the clients are storing the data in different data sources, which is the database or data of database or flat files or whatever it is, the cloud. Okay, These all are the data sources. We know that we discussed about this. Databases will be storing the data from the data sources. We need to get that wherever it is. Okay, Excel, whatever it is. Now, if I need to get that this data into my Power BI, what I have to do? I should be having one data connectivity mode. I should be having one data connectivity mode. I should be having one data connectivity. So what are the data connectivities are there? We do have the data connectivity modes, which is import mode and direct query mode and then live connection mode. Okay, that exactly what I'm trying to say that. Okay, clear everyone? Clear? Clear what are connectivity modes
Yes.
are there in the Power BI? Any doubts here?
Yes.
Any doubts here?
No.
Up to here, anyone
No.
doubt so far?
No.
Okay, now,
No.
okay, now thank you so much. Now we are having three connectivity modes. Okay, I'm saying that to connect the data to the Power BI, we need some connectivity modes. Okay, I need some connectivity mode. Now, why can't I can connect with only import mode only? Why we are having three types of connectivity modes? See, if I need to connect the data mode, if I need to connect the data means I should be having one connectivity mode. We do have one. Then why these two? Why these many connectivity modes are there? I can get the data. I can get the data with the help of the import mode. Then why the direct query mode is there? Then why the live connection mode is there? Okay, so for that, if you need to know that, you should know about particularly what is import connectivity mode, what is direct query mode, what is live connection mode. Okay, what exactly we can do with the help of the import connectivity mode, what exactly we can do with the help of the direct query mode, what we can do exactly with the help of live connection mode. Each and everything you need to know that. Each and everything you need to know that. Why? Because see, it is a key role. See, it's a very important. If you are attending any one interview, they will be asking you in your current project or else in your current organization, in your current project, which one connectivity mode you are using that. If you mentioned any one, why you are using that? If you are mentioning anything, whatever it is, import mode, if you can mention. Okay, you can mention the direct query mode, whatever it is. But why you are using that? If they are raising any one question, okay, you need to answer for that. And apart from that, if you need to work on the Power BI, you should know about these three connectivity modes. Without having the knowledge of these three things, you cannot work on that. Why? Because if you need to get the data from the data source to the Power BI, what you need a connection. You need a connectivity mode. If you don't know these three connectivity modes, how you can get the data? If you are facing any issue collecting the data only, what you can do in the Power BI? Yes or no? Is that clear what I'm trying to say? Clear everyone?
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
that's why what I'm trying to say is, okay, we need to know individually what is that data connectivity mode. Okay, what is the data connectivity mode? Okay, we have seen that. With the help of these three modes, okay, these three connectivity modes, we are going to connecting the data. Okay, we are going to importing the data into the Power BI. Okay, so now we are going to see that, which is import mode and then direct query mode. What is that? Import mode and then direct query mode. Just give me a second. So what is that import mode? Okay, what is that import mode? So the import mode is also one of the connectivity mode which is used to collect the data from the data source. Okay, now what is the import mode is while you are using that import mode, there is some advantages, there is some disadvantages. Okay, just give me a second. Hello, hello. Yeah, sorry for that. So now the import mode connectivity mode, import connectivity mode. Okay, the import mode, what is that? What is that? See, while you're using that import connectivity mode, with the help of the import connectivity mode, while you're gathering the data, when you need to choose that import connectivity mode, what you can do with the help of the import connectivity mode, what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, you have to know this. Okay, so now we are discussing about something import connectivity mode. So the import connectivity mode, one of the data connectivity mode available in Power BI to get the data from the data sources. Okay, now when we need to choose that, before know for that, before knowing about it, you need to know what about the import mode. So what you can do with this? Now the selected tables or columns are the selected tables and columns are imported into the Power BI desktop. What is that? The selected tables and columns are imported into the Power BI desktop. While you're using that import mode, okay, while you are using that import mode, see whatever the data is there in your data source, whether you are using Excel, whether you are using CSV, whether you are using cloud, whether you are using SQL database, whatever it is, if you are using any one data source, okay, to get the data into the Power BI, if you are using that import connectivity mode, while you are using that, whatever the data table is there in the data source, that all the data will be importing into the Power BI. Okay, it means you are going to copying the data, all the data, exact data, whatever data tables are there, that all the data you are going to importing to the Power BI. It means the Power BI will be storing some data, whatever the data is there in the data source. Is that clear? Is that clear? The selected tables and the columns are imported into the Power BI desktop. Okay, in the power to the Power BI internal memory, the data will be importing that. Okay, as you create or interact with a visualizations, to create that, to create your visualizations or to create any interacted visualizations or the report. Okay, you are getting the data, that data will be going to import into your Power BI internal memory. Okay, now are you clear with this, everyone?
Yes.
See, Power BI desktop uses the imported data. Okay, see, to create the visualizations, to create the interactive visualization, the Power BI desktop will be import the data from the data source. Whatever the data you are importing, that data will be, the data will be copying into your Power BI desktop. It means the data is internally storing, the data is storing internal memory of Power BI. Okay, now what is the metadata and the body of the data table? Can anyone know about the metadata? See, the metadata on the body of the table. Okay, the body of the table data will be inside the Power BI. What is mean by metadata?
Raw data which we are getting from the data sources.
Hmm, raw data, it's okay. I can call that raw data as a body of the table, right? The data set, right?
Yeah.
All
Raw data
object
means which is
related
exact
data.
data it is. Raw data means which is that exact data. Raw data means the data is not cleaned, the data is incomplete data, which is the raw data, which is not used to create any one visualizations. Okay, coming to the
Oh,
metadata, anyone can know this, or else I can do myself.
Object related data.
Sorry,
Object related data. Like
what is
tables,
your answer?
views, synonyms.
Raw. Okay. Object. Okay. Okay, fine. See, what is mean by metadata is, the metadata mean is the data about a data, the information about the information. Now I'll give you one more thing. See, I'm opening this. Okay, I'm opening this. See, I'm opening the data sets. In the data sets folder, I'm having many dates, sorry, many data. See, we're having, I do have some files here. Now I'm having some data, which is I selected this superstore data. Now this is my data. Okay, what is my metadata? This is my metadata. The data, this is one data, this is the data, the information about the data. The data, this is a data, right? This is information about my data. Yes or no? This is my path, right? Where is my data? It is giving that. What is my information? This superstore data is there in the data table, sorry, the data sets. That data set is there in that one more folder, which is Harsha Trainings. So this Harsha Training is there in your desktop folder. This desktop is there in your HP. Okay, so this is user and this is my C drive. So in the C drive, I did store it. Okay, this all the information about this one only. Now what is mean by this? This is my metadata. Okay, what is mean by this? This is my metadata. So what is that metadata? The data about the data or the information about a information. Is that clear right now? Is that clear? What is the metadata? Okay, the
Yes,
metadata.
Yes.
sir.
Why I'm saying metadata? I'm saying that is, see, for example, you did select. I mean, you're having many tables. You have been imported the data into that Power BI. Okay. For example, if you need to know from where I got this, it means the information about your data that will be also in your Power BI when you're using that import mode. Clear, everyone? I'll show you. While we're discussing that Power Query data, there we will discuss something about the M language. While we're discussing that M language, there once you gather any one data from any one data source, it will be giving you the path where from where you got it. It means it will be giving you the metadata about the data, the information about all the data from where you gather it. Okay, that will be giving you that. That's why I mentioned it here. Okay, now the metadata and the body of the table data. Okay, the body of the table data will be inside the Power BI. It will be there in the data source. Okay, which is the database or anything. It will be there in your database. It will be there in your Power BI. Okay, it will be there in your Power BI. It will be in your data source. So what is mean by this? While you're using that import connectivity mode, okay, you are going to copying your data from the data source to the Power BI. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there is one more thing you need to know. Okay, fine. We can get the data. Okay, we can load all the data, whatever the data we do have. But the thing is, the disadvantage and the limitation of the import mode is there is one restriction. What is the restriction? Is it is the data size up to 1 GB of data only you can collect from the data source into the Power BI. This only the disadvantage. Only the disadvantage is only up to 1 GB of data size only you can get that into Power BI. Are you clear? What is the limitation of import connectivity mode? Clear, everyone? An important question in your interviews. Okay,
Yes.
so they will be asking you something about what is the limitation of the import connectivity mode. If you're using that import connectivity mode, why you are using that? If I'm having that 1 GB of data, which before one below 1 GB of data size, which one I need to use? See, for example, I need to use that import connectivity mode, but my data is more than 1 GB. Then what I have to do? These type of questions they will let you know. They will raise at you. Okay, I'll discuss with you. Don't worry about it. Okay, but just you need to understand what is import mode. If you're clear with this concept, we will start that practically. Okay. Now the restriction is the data about up to 1 GB of data. We can discuss it. Okay, up to 1 GB of data size we can import that. Okay, if we are having more than 1 GB, what we have to do, I'll let you know that. You don't worry, please be patient. See, first we need to complete that import connectivity mode. Clear. Now whenever you're choosing to use the import mode, okay, you are able to do all the things, which is creating a report, which is data modeling, which is all the DAX functions. You can do that. All these things, creating a report and DAX functions and data modeling, these are all the things you will do in your Power BI desktop. There will be one. There will be report view, data view, and then model view, which is table view. Okay, sorry, which is data view means table view. Just it is updated. Now there is model view. Okay, in these three views you are going to see these three type of things. Okay, now where we can create the reports in the Power BI desktop means in the report view, where we can view our data means in the data view, where we can do the modeling means in the modeling view. Okay, in the modeling view we are going to writing the DAX functions. Those all the DAX functions are supposed to Power BI while you are working with import connectivity mode. Is that clear? No more restrictions. Only a single restriction is there. Only a single limitation is there, which is up to data size is 1 GB only. Okay, except that there is no any limitation. There is no any restriction for the import connectivity mode. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Is that clear? Okay, and one more thing you need to know here, it supports all the DAX functions. We discussed it. Okay, no more restriction in the DAX functions also. We are having many DAX functions. We'll discuss that. Okay, all the DAX functions, whatever the DAX function it is, it will be supposed to get the result. Okay, and now one more thing you need to know that when I'm using that import connectivity mode, okay, when I'm using that import connectivity mode, you can get all the data from any one database. It means from any one database at a time you can get. When I'm using that import connectivity mode, see for example, my data is stored in Excel. Sorry, my data stored in Excel. Okay, my data stored in SQL. My data stored in CSV. Okay, I'm having five tables. I need to get these five tables into the Power BI. One table is from Excel, one table is from SQL, one table is from CSV, one table is from Azure. Okay, one table is from Azure, one table is from MySQL, or else wherever it is. Now I need to get these all the five tables into my Power BI. Okay, into my Power BI. But this all the tables is not there in a single data source. This all the tables is having in different data source. But I need to get these all the tables into the Power BI. Means I have to go and use that import connectivity mode, which is helps you to get the data from the multiple data sources at a time. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, and one more thing, when you choose to use import mode, you are going to creating a copy of the data source into your Power BI. Practically it means you are not copying, means the data, whatever the data is there in the data source, that data, all the data you are going to copying into your Power BI desktop. Is that clear, everyone? What is import mode? What is import mode? Clear, everyone?
Yes.
You can get the data from anywhere, whether it is CSV file, whether it is database, whether it is cloud. Okay, wherever the data is there, you can use that import mode, you can get it. There is no more restriction except data size. Why no one is raising any question? If you are having that more than 1 GB of data, then how I can get the data into the Power BI? Only 1 GB of data we can work with the Power BI? No, right? Yes or
We can
no?
have other query modes.
Okay, so for that what we will do is we are going to choose one more data connectivity mode. Okay, for that we are going to choose one more data connectivity mode, which is direct query mode. Okay, which is direct query mode. See, when I'm using the direct query mode, there is no data importing into the Power BI, which means there is no any restriction, there is no any limitation of data size. You can work with unlimited data size of data, unlimited size of your data. Why? Because you are not going to copying the data into Power BI here. Okay, just you are going to establishing one connection between the data source and then Power BI. Okay, there is no data imported or copied into Power BI desktop. There is no restriction of the data. You can connect unlimited data from the data source. Clear? When you're choosing to using this mode, you are creating a connection to the data source and then you're gathering the data from there only. What is that? from there only. As I told you, while I'm using that import mode, if I'm using that multiple data sources at a time, I can get the data. But if you're using the direct query mode, from there only means from if you're selecting the SQL, from the SQL only you will getting that. You cannot use another data source. If you are using the cloud, you need to use the data source only. If you are using the SQL, you need to use the data source only. So multiple data from the multiple data sources, you cannot get the data from the data sources into the Power BI. You cannot connection. You cannot give the connection between the data source and then Power BI while you're using that direct query mode. Okay, and apart from that, you can the direct query mode will not support the all the DAX functions. All the DAX functions means we're having some DAX functions which are not supported to the direct query mode. I'll give you some examples. So in the time intelligent functions, some functions will not support. We're having some DAX functions, so we'll discuss that also. Particularly, there is one concept to discuss about that DAX. Okay, so I will discuss about that while we're discussing it. Okay, no need to worry. But you need to know this while I'm using the direct query mode. Okay, while I'm using the direct query mode, I'm unable to get multiple data sources to use. Okay, I'm unable to use the multiple data sources, but only the advantage is you can work with unlimited of data. Even if you're working with unlimited of data means, what is mean by that? Why? Because you are not importing the data into Power BI. Just you are creating an establishment between that, creating connection between that data source and then Power BI. Is that clear? Yeah.
Yes.
Data source. Yeah, yeah, we do have some refreshes. Manual refresh is there, incremental refresh is there, scheduled refresh is there. With the help of these refreshes, you will get that. Yes, in the Power BI services, in the sense, in the Power BI services, we do have. We'll discuss it later. Okay. So the updated data, these all things. So while we are doing practically, I'll let you know that. Okay. Theoretically, you have to know these concepts. Okay. Fine. Now the direct query mode we are done. Yes or no? Anything? Anyone doubts in this? Anyone doubts in this direct query mode? Anyone doubts? Import mode and direct query mode?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, please.
So how are we going to connect to the data source? Is it one time thing, or whenever we open the
One time only.
each day we have to connect to it?
No, no, no. One time only. First, we'll see that while you are starting with the practical things, you can understand it actually. See, while we are connecting the data source, you have to get the data. You need to select your data source at one time. Again, if you want means you can go and get the data. You need to select the data source. Again, how many times you want, you can get the data. For example, I do have four files. Okay, I do have four files. I do have the four files. I need to get those four files into the Power BI. These four files are there in my Excel files or else in my any folder. From this folder, I need to get the four files. So now you are asking that first first one file I did loaded into the Power BI. Then I need to get the second file, so I can go to get that or not, you are asking. So yes or no? Is it your question? Is that your question?
Um,
One time only, not only
that
one
is
time.
also
Okay, many times you can go and connect with that connectivity, connect with the data source. Many times, how many times you want, you can go and connect with the data source.
so then what about when we want to clean up the data?
When we want to clean up the data, we discussed it, right? In Power Query Editor, the ETL operations we can do in Power Query Editor. Okay, once we gather that Power BI, once we gather that data into the Power BI, we have to go to the Power Query Editor component. There we need to clean up our data.
Okay. So the data will not be stored in the Power BI desktop, right? So that's why I asked.
See, the data will be stored in the Power BI desktop when you're using that import connectivity mode.
Okay, so whenever
Okay,
we want to change anything in the data, we are going to do it in the, like,
Power
how
Query.
we are going to do it? Power Query,
How you are
okay.
going to do it means, see, actually, I didn't get your question. You're asking that, yeah, the data is not storing into the Power BI. You're asking that. No, the data will be storing into the Power BI when you are using that import connectivity mode. Okay, import connectivity mode. If you need to do anything clean up, anything ETL operations, you have to go to the Power BI. You can do that in Power BI. Okay, forget about the Power Query editor and all. You can do in Power BI. You can clean up your Power BI. Okay, clear. Even if you are using that diet query mode, the data will be not stored into the Power BI. Even you can clean up your data, whatever the connection you have been created in between data source and the Power BI, still you are able to use that data as of you wish. But there is some limitations and restrictions that I'm trying to say that.
Okay, sir.
Did you,
I
did you
understood.
got my
Thank you.
point or not? Are you clear with your
Yeah, I
query?
got your point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you have any
yes, sir.
doubts, let me know that. If you did not get me, let me know. I'll try to explain another way.
Okay. I understood, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Anyone questions for the diet query mode and import mode? Anyone questions? Anyone doubts? So far, what we are done? Are you clear? If you guys are giving any response, there is a chances to move forward.
Clear.
Thank you so much. Okay, now we are going to see another thing. We are going to see another thing. See, for example, I'm going to discussing another thing which is okay. See, I forgot to say this. Sorry for that. See, once I'm going to connecting with anyone. See, for example, I'm going to connecting with a database. Okay. See, I given that SQL. See, just give me a second. See here, I given. I mentioned that example for diet query mode is SQL Server, which is the database. Okay, which is the database. Now if I'm going to connecting with the database, how it will be giving you, that means, see, in the Power BI desktop, once you are able to get the data, you need to select this. From this you need to get the data, you need to use this operation. Okay, now once you did selected, if you selected that SQL Server, it will be asking the server and database. It's okay, secondary, we'll see that okay later. Now once you did selected this, it will be asking the data connectivity mode, which one I need to which one I need to use. That will be depends on your requirements. Okay, if anyone asking you in the interviews, okay, how I can select that data connectivity mode while I'm importing the data, while I'm getting the data from the data source, we are having three types of connectivity mode. How I can get, how I can choose which one is better to me, it will be depends on your requirements. Okay, it will be depends on your requirements. Is that clear? Okay, now it is asking that whether
Yes,
I
sir.
need to connect with import mode. The Power BI will be asking you whether I need to get the data with the help of import mode, whether I need to get the data with the help of direct query mode. Okay, you will get this pop and you need to select whether you want. Okay, this advanced option and all, we will see that practical things. Okay, clear? I hope everyone clear, right? Now I'm going to discuss one more thing about live connection mode. See that in the live connection, see the live connection mode also similar to the sorry, wait, wait. See the live connection mode also. See, this live connection mode is similar to that your direct query mode. Okay, similar to your direct query mode means, see, we know about the direct query mode, right? Yes or no, guys? So the data is connecting directly to the source. Okay, the data is connecting directly to the source. It means, see, however you're creating with the help of the direct query mode, the same thing will be happens with the live connection mode. Okay, that's why I'm saying that direct query mode and live connection mode is similar. Okay, now, so here what we can do with the help of the live connection mode, Okay, what we can do means, see, what we can do, what we can't do that. Okay, so no power query in live connection mode. While you are connecting the data with the help of the live connection mode, no power query means you cannot clean the data. Yes or no? Yes or no? You cannot clean the data. Why? Because in the Power BI, we can clean the data in Power Query data. Yes or no? We discussed it. We discussed it. Is that clear? Now, you cannot edit your relationships. We discussed about the relationships theoretically. Yes or no? Yes or no? It means the data already created, all the cleanup data, all the relationships created. This all the data will be there in one side, which is from where you are getting that live data. Okay, there is one services. Okay, there is one service there. From there you are going to giving a connection to that Power BI services. Okay, now you cannot write all the measures, which means all the DAX functions will not support to live connection mode. Now apart from that, you cannot add the all calculated columns. Okay, why? Because I'll give you simple example why we cannot clean the data. For example, we know everyone, right? See, actually we know this, right? Cricket, sorry, K it is, right? Sorry for that spell mistake. Cricket. Yes. Yes. They have their own tools. Yeah, services, they will be maintaining the data in the services, right? Okay, they'll be maintaining the data of some servers. Okay, some services, not servers. Okay, in any particular server is there, they'll be maintaining there. If we need to do that means we have to see while they are using that the data storing into the server means all the data they will be stored complete useful data only they will store that. Whenever they need, they can use that directly. Okay, before storing the data in the services, they will be do any ETL process, any things are there, a complete data, a clean up data. Okay, no need to do anything, no need to touch the data. Just when we need that, we need to pick it. Okay, for that what they will do, they will do all the operation, they will do all the things, they will store in a service. Okay, if they need to do anything means, then they will pick it directly and they will do that. So that data also we can visualize that with the help of the live connection mode we can do that. Okay, see, if you observe that, okay, everyone know this cricket, right? Everyone know this cricket, right? Yes or no?
Yes, yes, yes.
So there is a match, the live match, there is a live match which is going on 2020 or finals, whatever it is. Now there is a score. There is a score. Okay. How they will be giving you the score? 170 or else 110 out of out of what they will give here?
Wickets.
3 wickets. Okay. Now the overs are 12. Is it fine? 12 is okay, fine. Whatever it is. These are overs. Okay. Now there is a match. The match is going on for the 12 hours. Sorry, for the 12 overs. There is 3 wickets are lost. One team. They're giving. The, I mean, they lost. I mean, they achieved only 110 runs. Okay, they achieved only 110 runs. Okay, it's already happened. It is now. Can I go and change this 110 as? Then I go and change this 110 as 100.
No.
Why? Why? Because it already happens. It is happened. It is. It means it is in the live. It happened. If I'm going to do change anything, okay, the all the Indian teams will come to me. They will Murder me. Yes or no? Yes or no? They will do murder. Yes or no? Exactly. Yes or no? So
Yes.
why? Because yeah, just I'm saying that. Try to understand it. The live data we cannot change. We cannot clean. Did you got my point or not?
Yes.
Did you
Understood.
got? Okay, fine. That's what I'm saying. That we cannot clean means obviously we don't have the Power Query. Why? Because the cleaning part and all we will do in Power Query editor only, right? Yes or no? Clear everyone? What about the live connection mode and direct query mode and import mode? And mostly in the real time, everyone will use import connectivity mode. Someone will use the direct query mode also. Okay, live connection mode is very rare condition, rare scenarios they will use that. Okay, why import mode means we're having many features, right? We can play cricket with my data. I can play football with my data. Yes or no? However I want, I can play with the data. Okay, clear everyone? I hope everyone clear, right?
Yes.
So what we discussed something about so we discussed something about what is Power BI. Oh, sorry. Initially we discussed something about visualization, basic visual. What is visual? See, if you observe that I did start with a basic thing, which is what is visual. What is visual? The visual is which the data is representing in the graphical form, that will be called as a visual. What is visual? Okay, what is use of visualization, how to analyze a visual, how to create a visual, how it will be helpful to end users, we have done that. Apart from that, what is Power BI, why it is, okay, why the Power BI to create anyone dashboards and reports and anything. Okay, and apart from that we did, I mean we have been seen one more thing. Why the Power BI, what is Power BI, how it will be working means I did not explain to you. In the next session I will try to explain. Okay, how it is we have seen that, what is the data source. Okay, how the components will be working, each and every component individually, how it will be working. And apart from that we have seen that what is the data source. Okay, and what is the data source and the connectivity modes individually we have seen that. Each and everything we are going to see. Okay, basics too we are going to learn. Good knowledge, right? We are going to get expert level knowledge. Yes or no? Clear everyone? Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So and in the next session we'll see that. Okay, I mean how the Power BI will be working, and later that I will give you how to install the Power BI desktop in your PC, in your device, and then we will start the practical sessions. Clear? Anyone any
Okay.
doubts? Anyone any doubts? If anyone need to enroll this course, please try to contact one person. I hope you do have that. This one. Okay. So the
In
email
comment
pin
section,
will
one
be,
comment is there.
sorry.
In comment section, one comment is there. Could you please explain it?
What is that? Sorry, come again.
In comment section, one query is there.
Sorry, I didn't do that. Sorry for that. Yes. If you have the data from multiple sources, which is having more than 1 GB size, then how we can, okay, how can we do that? Okay. So multiple sources we do have, okay, more than 1 GB. Then we need to discuss something licenses. We're having Power BI Pro license, we're having free license, we're having Pro premium per user, premium per capacity. With the help of the those licenses, we can get that. We do have the more than 1 GB of data. Okay, we are having the data from multiple data sources. Okay, but we need to use the import connectivity mode only. In this case, what I have to do, I need to know about the licenses. We need to purchase something, but no need to you. Okay, that all things will be taken by clients only. Okay, we have data from multiple data sources, okay, which is having more than 1 GB data. Clear? Size 1 GB data size. Then how we can do that means more than 1 GB of data. Okay, the data is there from multiple data sources. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to use only import mode only. Yes or no? Yes or no? Why? Because from the multiple data sources, if I need to get the data means I have to go and use import mode only. Yes or no? There is no more option. But if I'm using that import mode, I'm having 1 GB of data, more than 1 GB of data. So in this case, what I have to do, I need to go and purchase one more license, which is premium license. If I need to get more than 1 GB of data, I need to go and use premium per user license. We're having premium per user, premium per capacity, premium, pro, and free licenses. Completely 7 licenses are there. Okay, in the 7 licenses you need to know as a developers, power by free free trial it is, pro license it is, premium per capacity, premium per user. I'll give you the differences also in the next session. We'll see that all the things, don't worry. Okay, are you clear with your query?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, I have put my comment there. My question was, can we, like we do have macros in Excel, right? Like that, can we automate our reports before publishing this in Power BI?
You can do automate your reports. We are having AI visualizations, AI features are there. We can do make it. Or else and you are automating your visualization means automating your report means you need to get you need to know gateways. Okay, and apart from that you need to know some scheduled refreshes also. You have to know that automate reports means anything you need to know without creating manually. You have to create yourself,
Correct.
itself only,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So in
yeah,
this case you
yeah.
need to use the AI visuals. AI features are there in Power BI. We are having AI features which is Power Q&A. Okay, whatever the requirement you
Okay,
do have, you can ask to the Power Q&A. It will be directly creating a visual in which visual you want. Okay, whether you want
okay,
the pie chart, you need to mention that, or else it will be giving a perfect visual also automatically. Defaultly, it will be having, it will be giving to you. Just you
okay.
need to a question, you need to ask a question to Power Q&A. Power Q&A means Power Question and Answer. Just if there is any one
Okay.
requirement, okay, count of the
Hmm.
sales, or else sum of the sales. It will be giving you one river. It will be giving you the data and the values. Apart from that value, it will be giving you one visual.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. You will cover that also in this course, sir?
Yeah, exactly. We are having AI features. We should cover that. Why? Because going
Okay.
forward only AI only, right?
Yeah, yeah. Correct.
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. No problem. Anyone queries, please try to contact this person if anyone need to enroll your course. Okay. So the duration will be 2 months. 60 days it is. What we are going to cover is what we are, how the what the pattern will be there. I'll let you know. Please just give me 1 minute. I'll do close it. Okay. Uh, okay, what we will see initially we are going to see that basics. Okay, about the Power BI basics we are going to see that, and then later that we are completing the theory part. After completing the theory part completely, I will go through with the practical session only. No more theory sessions. Okay, that's why in the demo sessions I'm mentioning all those. In the regular classes I will be continue the classes. Okay, no more basic things. Okay, so for that I'm giving the basic things here. Clear everyone? Basics of Power BI, it means the basic concept I'm saying that. Okay, after that we are discussing, we are going to discussing that basic visuals. Basic visuals means the default visuals. Okay, the default visuals in our Power BI. Whatever the default visuals are there, we need to know those all things. Basic visuals and default visuals, or else default visuals. Okay, and apart from these default visuals we'll see some advanced visuals also we will see that. Okay, and after this we'll discuss something about the DAX functions, and after this we'll discuss something about how to clean a data. Okay, our query data, which is ETL tool. Okay, which is ETL tool, we'll discuss in Power BI. And after this we'll see that i mean uh, data modeling, See here, we will data cleaning. We will see that data cleaning part it is, okay, and this is my data modeling part. And after the data modeling part, we are done this, right? Now, finally we discuss with Power BI services. Okay, Power BI services. Anything there need to know here? Anything is there need to know here? Power BI services we will discuss. Data modeling we will discuss. In the data modeling we will cover some concepts also, and in the data cleaning also we will see that DAX functions we are going to writing that, visualizations we are going to see create any one report and dashboard. And to do this all things we need to know some basic information that we are going to cover it. Is that clear, everyone? Any doubts in that? And apart from that,
No.
I forgot to say, I'll give you, actually this is not a part of your course. I'll give you some SQL basics. Why? Because see, if you are learning any one Power BI means, okay, you should know something about any one database. So for that I will give you, actually this is not a part of your course, but I will conduct, 1 week or 7 sessions or 5 sessions for SQL. How to write the queries, okay, what are the basics you need to know. That also I will cover for you. SQL basic concepts, not for developer level. As a Power BI developer, what you have to know in the SQL, I'll try to cover it. Clear, everyone? Yes, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. So, hmm? ఇంపోర్ట్ మోడ్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం ఎందుకంటే ఇంపోర్ట్ మోడ్లో నేను అన్ని కవర్ చేయొచ్చు ఓకే ఎందుకంటే ఇంపోర్ట్ మోడ్ ఐ కెన్ డూ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఐ వాంట్ ఓకే సో ఇంపోర్ట్ మోడ్ యూజ్ చేసినప్పుడు నేను ఆల్ ద ఫంక్షన్స్ యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు ఇవన్నీ యూజ్ చేసుకొని మీకు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలని నేను ఇంపోర్ట్ మోడ్తోనే కదా కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాల్సింది ఓకేనా డైరెక్ట్ మోడ్ నేను చూపిస్తాను మీకు ఎలా కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలి సి హౌ యూ కెన్ కనెక్ట్ విత్ ద డైరెక్ట్ క్వరీ మోడ్ ఓకే ఐ లెట్ యూ నో దట్ ఐ షో యూ బట్ see here we are I will try to use that import mode. Why? Because there is all the possibilities are there, right? All the possibilities, okay, more than 1 GB of data. If we don't have any more than 1 GB, right, we're not doing any one business, okay, we are going to practicing with one data set which is in KBs only. For that what I need, okay, import mode more than enough, right? We'll use that. We can learn all the things, we can practice with that, okay. How we can face the interviews, I'll let you know that. You don't worry about it, okay. Fine guys, clear everyone, I'm going to leave, okay. So please try to enroll, and tomorrow onwards maybe the link will be changing, okay. To enroll the process and all, my team will be let you know. My team will connect with you, okay. You have to ping to them, they will connect with you. Clear? Thank you for joining. Bye bye.